This is Lee with 82 Game and 12 here on YouTube channel Sons of Liberty 75. This will be the second video of a playthrough of Heroes of the Falklands, lock and load tactical system. We are playing the Devil Went Down to Georgia scenario. And just to pitch this book over here again, The Battle for the Falklands, Max Hastings and Simon Jenkins. You can find that, should be able to find that fairly easy if you look for it. And the publisher again was Norton. I got mine at Half Price Books, but W.W. Norton and Company, New York and London. And it came out in 1983, which was copyright anyways. Okay, first American edition was 83, but Norton paperback 1984. And Max Hastings was a correspondent with the task force. So he had firsthand knowledge and witnessed some of what was going on. And see, I don't know if we have an image of the image there of the Gorrico. We do have here's an image of the British soldiers after they surrendered. They were humiliated by being forced to lay down, face down. And this is outside the government house after their surrender. And I believe that's I think that's this scenario. Because this scenario has the Corvette Gorrico involved. And it has the Alouette helicopter and a Puma helicopter. And, of course, the Carl Gustav anti-tank rockets. So, yeah. So Mills, okay, we've got Smith on the counter, but Mills concluded that he had done as much as any man could expect to force the Argentinians to pay a price for South Georgia. So that's on page 74. Not a lot of casualties in this brief fight. So, but you can check that out. And we are in turn 3. So, drag this back. The way they've done these maps, they can present a 3D effect, as you can see with his heels. Kind of looks like it's rising up out of off the map there. But the aesthetic aspect of the maps are really well done, and I believe they've even got what do they call them, 4K maps that can be purchased. I know they have the larger maps that with the larger hexes, the X maps, I guess. Now we do have some reinforcements coming in, and that's turn 3, and that's going to be on the helicopters. So the AFA Grieco doesn't come in until turn 4 during the rally phase. And the Task Force 60 Air Detachment enters on turn 3 on board the Hellos via the south edge of the map 12. So we have the Alouette and the Puma. And we've got 3 squads. And a support weapon with a hero, Rubello, with leader hero skill. So I guess I've got to pull that token out. I don't think I pulled that out. Leader hero skill. So I have to look to see what that is. All right, so let's see here. See if we've got the Puma. How many? Okay. How much the Puma can carry? Well, it's got 2 times PP. So why is that not listed on there? So I guess I'll have to look that up. Uh, 52. Okay, so P or PP. Okay, those marked with PP can carry up to 1 squad, 2 support weapons, and 2 single man counters. But it's 2. So it's two times PP. Okay, and the loot, let's see, it can carry one. It can carry a squad. So here's the 2 helicopters. So we got double 2 times PP, and this is just 1P. So 1P, let's see, 1P is going to be can carry up to 1/2 squad. So we'll have to break them down, I guess, in order for them to fit. Because we've got, well, that's a 1/2 squad right there. Oh, we already got them broken down. Okay. All right. So that's why. So we look down here. We got it all broken down. So we've got the Puma, and it doesn't have attack. I think it's got attack capabilities. Let's see what the markings are on this helicopter. Okay, so that's the machine gun. Okay, that does machine gun. This one actually has HE equivalent, so you can fire twice. So okay. All right, so the Puma will have to carry that squad, full squad. A 1/2 squad will go with the Alouette. We've got the Hero here, could go with either. We're going to go over here with this, like so. And they're going to be coming in on the south map. So we pull back, and I'll just keep these guys down here until I'm ready to put them on. Just put the helicopters on. I haven't decided where I'll put them, but I'll just put them there for now. All right, so we'll have to roll for initiative. All right, so the British won the initiative 6-4. So the British will go first. And there was something I wanted to bring up was the line of sight, because I believe I did not do the line of sight correct. So I believe in reference here, so I was firing here, okay, and say targets, say we're firing here. We can't see that. These units can't see that, those guys, because you don't just count the hexes here. You got to count the hexes from the firing unit. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 hexes. So we're going to have a shadow that goes for 4 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the shadow would have been all the way out to here, and they would only been able to see him as they when they were on the beach. Well, I guess maybe this hex as well. Yeah, they could have seen them here. But once they moved in, they're now in the shadow. Excuse me, the shadow of this hill. So you don't just count the hexes that are in the same height, but you're counting from the firing unit and counting the hexes, okay, to the point where the same height is level. And then beyond that, you have to count, and that's the shadow. So if that makes sense, great. If it doesn't, look at the example in the book, I guess. But that's my interpretation. So maybe there was an attack somewhere that shouldn't have been, shouldn't have happened, maybe. So, all right. So the British are going to go first. But before we do that, we have to do the rally phase. And I don't really know why you're rolling for initiative. You could just do all your rallying and all of that and then roll for initiative before you start the operational phase. But, oh well. Okay, so for the British, they have this unit here that's shaken, but they can't rally on their own. This Hero, I believe the Hero unit can help to rally. Yeah. A good order leader or hero must be present. It says leaders rally first. All right, so can't rally this unit. We could, change weapons or try to unjam a weapon. Okay, this unit here is unable to rally. They can move, but they can't rally. Can't fire anything. Now this unit here, they can roll to be rallied. So we're going to roll here, and if we close in, okay. So we're going to have -1 for the leader, but also -2 because of the terrain they're in, that rough terrain. So we've got to roll. We get -2 for the terrain and then -1 for the leader. So basically an 8 or less. And they rolled an 8. So they get to rally. So we flip them over. Okay. And then we look at the jammed weapon here. And we can attempt to unjam that weapon. And let's see here. Let me see if I can find real quick here where it talks about jamming. Thought it would be here. The other thing is I got to give that skill to that hero, the Argentinian hero. Where is it? Oh, it's on here. At least I thought it was somewhere. Should be here with the fire combat. See if I can find it. Well, that would be there. Maybe it's under. Well, I can't find it now. There it is, jamming. Okay, so it's on page 8. And I'm using the core rules that came with this game. So the version 4.1, and I know the new version's out there, but I don't have a copy of that. I mean, I've got it downloaded, but I don't have it printed out. I don't know if I want to waste that much paper and ink at the moment. Okay, so you roll one die, D6. If you get a 1, it's jammed. So 2 to 6 is flipped back over. So that'll be an easy roll. We get a 2, so it's flipped over. So it's unjammed. And I think that's it. So I do need to get the let's see what that okay, leader hero right here. The hero was an has exceptional leadership. In addition to hero qualities, he also has a leadership modifier of 1, which can be used for everything leaders use theirs for. During the operation phase, they can activate units in adjacent hexes. The leader suffers no leadership penalties when wounded. Okay. So, there it is, leader hero. So, we put that with the leader. All right, so now we're ready to start. We've done all the rallying and all of that stuff. Healing, we don't have to heal. Combining half squads. Pick up weapons, exchange weapons. Okay, so operational phase. All right, so this hero here, because he's got that red box, he's got that red box around his movement value. He's able to do assault move, which means they can move and fire, or fire and then move. And so that's what he's going to do. So he would have a movement of 3. Should have a movement of 3. Okay, they have to subtract 2. So maybe they can only move and then fire. So I guess it doesn't say anything about firing and then moving. It says that they can move and then subsequently fire, and even fire in a later impulse, or fire as opportunity fire. So, okay, so what I'll do is I'm just going to move the leader back to here with the shaken unit, because they want to be able to rally that unit. Now, we're going to bring in these some of these helicopters. So the Alut, see what this Gustav, I guess Gustav has a, we flip it over. What does that 3 represent? Is that its strength? Okay. So he could fire. Trying to think what I want to do with this salute. All wet. All wet. Not a loot, but all wet. All wet. We are going to, we want to attack this that upper room there. Well, I guess they're not spotted though. We would have to spot them first. So, okay, so the Puma, we're going to bring it in. And drop them over here. In that shadow right there. So and let's see here. Can they drop them at the same time? Let's see how that works with the helicopters. Okay, so helicopter are always spotted. So they're one level above the tallest terrain. Okay, so helicopters can change mode once, anytime during their impulse. All right, so do we have, let's see where we upper room, smoke, targeting, spotted, bunker. Where's the hovering? Turn it over. Okay, there we go. Okay. So the Puma, there it is. So we're going to move across here. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, and the Gustav here, they could fire. They've got a range of up to what's 14? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Don't have a very good chance of getting a hit. Okay. Then they move to here and they skirt across here. And they get to right there. That's probably the best shot they're going to have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That would be 11. So 3 and 8. And I guess I'm supposed to be rolling for this Argentine flash. Let's see. Where's that at? Argentine flash. Yeah. Oh, that's any time that the Argentine and British initial rolls are equal, the Argentines flash. So when they flash, every direct fire, let's see, DFT attack, including artillery fire missions, they roll 2 dice and choose the higher of the 2. Snipers roll 3 dice, choose the best 2. For the hits on OFTs, roll 3 dice, choose the best 2. And same thing with the melee, they get 3 dice and choose the best 2. And they only last for that 1 turn. But we don't have that going on right now. Okay. So OTF modifiers. So it's flying. It's a +2. That's even worse. So they don't really have much of a shot. You better hold off. He's not going to have a shot on that Puma. Now the sniper does. And so we've got the sniper right here. Going to attempt to hit that Puma. So let's see here. What are the die roll modifiers for that? So -2 in flying mode. All right, so -2. One, two, three, four, five, 6. So on the beach, they're not going to get any support, but he's going to have a -2. But he gets to roll these 2 dice. So it's going to be a -1. All right, so he rolled a 6. So -1 is going to be a 5. And then, no, yeah. That right? Yeah. And they don't have any. Well, they got a 5, so no effect. Okay. So they can continue to move. And they continue to fly over here, and they get in this, let's see, they're going to get right there in that shadow, and they go to hover. And let's see, I don't know if they can actually drop anybody off. Okay, so loading, unloading costs the passengers 1/2 of their movement factor. So I guess we can fly over there, and then the passengers can make their move. Now we have the British activation. And we're going to so let's see. All right, so these guys are going to move. So it's a squad here with a machine gun. They're going to, so they go down a level. That's cost them 1. Then they go 2, 3, 4. They're on the move over this way. Okay, so they moved. All right. And now we're going to unload those units. And these units all will, because they're with this leader, hero leader, Rubello, they can move 6 double time. So squad and half a squad. So they can move 3 actually. So that costs 3 to unload. And then they've got, that's 4, 5. And they're going to go there 6. Oh, they just moved. So that's where they went from the So we've got the snipers right here. There's the helicopter. They unloaded. Went 1, 2, 3. And that's Rebello and the squad and half squad. And they've actually got what's that? FN 5041. So okay. So we go back to the British, and we're gonna have well, this unit's not spotted. You'd have to try to spot him. If you could. He's in degrading terrain. So let's try to spot. We're going to try to spot there. So we got a ops. We're trying to spot. And we did. So this unit is spotted. And I think since he spotted him, he can fire on him. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's a marksman. He's got the M. Okay. So let's see what that's going to give him. That's just a D8. So he'll get to fire with a D8. Okay. He's going to have a +1. And that's it. So, and the defender is in that brush. So that's nothing. No target modifier. Oops. Well, he just fired right over the top of them or into the dirt. So then we bring in the Halut. And so the Halut just flies in here. And I guess they can fly in there and fire on this guy here that's moved. See this again. So I guess he'd have to hover. No, he doesn't have the... I wonder if if this box has maybe something I didn't pull out. Stone building. No. Maybe. Should be in here somewhere. Something about hovering. Okay, well, I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm going to put a white box there. Let me know. Okay, they're hovering. So, I guess, let's see here. All right, so they moved to there. And of course, then this unit, this guy here, can do a opportunity fire with this support weapon. And so we're going to have an opportunity fire here. Lieutenant Smith. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll be with the 6. Okay. So with that Gustav, find it. So the attacker rolls 2 die 6 plus the OFT modifiers. 2 is always a hit, 12 is always a miss. So he's going to get a 7. Is that a 7? Okay, so we've got to do the hit. So the range is 5, so that the hit is a 7. Okay, but the target was flying and moving. So well, maybe they can't fire it. Only anti-aircraft weapons can attack flying helicopters and fixed-wing aircraft. So yeah, I guess he can't fire that at the helicopter. He can only fire it at the Corvette when it shows up. Okay. So anyways, okay. So we can't do that. All right. So the Alouette is going to fire at these guys that are running out here in the open. So firepower strength of 2 is what the helicopter has. We look at red number. Okay, with the star. 1, 2, 3. What that star? I guess that's telling you. What does that? What does that? Oh, 360 degrees. That's what that means. Okay. He could also fire his HE twice at that target. It's in the open. It'd just be a -1. So he was moving. I would say that's going to have a -2 because he was moving. He gets a +1 for this unit moving in the open. So we're just at a +1. We've got a -2 for the for the helicopter moving. And then the target was in the open moving, so that's where we're at. So they are firing. Let's see here. One die. And they're in the open. We're firing one die. Rolling one die. And we got 3 and 3. And this becomes a 4. So it's more than. But less than 2 times. So they're going to be shaken. Flip them over to their shaken state. All right, and then so we can put a fired marker, and they also moved. I guess they can fire and move. I don't know if they can move, hover, and then fire. I guess they can. Says helicopters can attempt to spot enemy units and still move and fire in their impulse. Spotting attempt does not place an ops complete marker on the helicopter. Remember, however, a side can attempt to spot only once per impulse. Flying helicopters cannot spot enemy units, even units in the same or adjacent hex. They must first shift to hovering mode. But hovering helicopters spot units without penalty. Okay, non-guided weapons that use the OFT can target hovering helicopters. So this leader here could, Lieutenant Smith could fire at this unit when it went to hover before it was able to fire, which means maybe these guys don't get shaken. So he would have been able to fire. Let's just say that he was preoccupied and he didn't have his weapon ready, so he wasn't able to get off the shot. But now it's his turn. It's the British activation, and of course now he can fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's going to fire. So he's got to get a 7 or less on two dice. And when he's firing a support weapon, he doesn't get to add in his leadership. So it's just that. Okay, so the OTF modifiers. Okay. So the target would be a +1. So that would be, let's see. Let's get over here. Okay, so ordnance versus helicopters. So it's got an armor of 1. Penetration is it's gonna, well, yeah, it's gonna So they rolled a 10. Which is going to be a mess. Yeah, that's a mess. Okay, so that's a miss. So he fired. Okay. Over here, we got this unit here is going to unload this unit. And so he unloads and he can move 2. So he can move to here and then he can move into that. He could move into the building. Well, I guess he can't. Cost 2. But he could go through the. He could do the brush. So he could go here and then here. So he's moved. All right. We go to the British, and they've already ran out of units, so they don't have any. They have to pass. So that means we move over to here, which allows these guys to move up. They can move up to get in position to assault. So here, we're going to have these two guys, 2, 3. They can move to assault here. With this leader. So let's see about assault. Okay, so they're going to move to assault. So they can all move 1, 2, 3, and then boom, they're in that hex. This leader. Now, when they get right here, though, we got opportunity fire from this unit here. This unit here. An opportunity fire. Okay, so we've got those guys in the open and they're moving. They're just going to get 1 die. He's going to get D8. Okay. Target unit is adjacent, so that's +2. But he's going to have a -2 because he had moved half, or had moved. Okay, so now there's just straight up. Okay, but he has his firepower of 1. Plus they're moving, so we're back to +2. Okay, so we've got 9 to 2. That's not too good for these guys, because all of these guys are going to have to check their casualties. So we got a difference of 7. So gotta roll 2 die. Okay, we'll start with that guy first. Well, I guess we start with the leader first. He's got 7. Morale of 7. Oh, wow. 11. That's 18, so yeah. That's not quite, let's see, 3 would be 21. Okay, we've got wounded. So let's see if we flip him over, what happens. So he's shaken, and okay, flip him to their shaken side and mark it with a wound marker. Where was the wounded markers? That must be in here. Yeah, there it is. There it is. All right, so now we go with this unit. Seven, 14, that's 3 times. So they're going to be eliminated. Right? Yeah. No, that's not 3 times. That's going to be, that's 14. So that's going to be less than 3 times. So they're going to be casualties. So they will have to be reduced. And they're flipped over for the shaken side. Okay, then the last guy here. So that's 5 and 7 is 12. That's 2 times. That's the same thing. So they're going to be shaken and wounded. So they just got stopped. Okay. Stopped in their tracks. Okay. Then this guy, he can go 2. Going to go to there. And then we have this guy was spotted. He could, no, he can't, but he can move up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So he moved. These guys, of course, moved. And then these guys. Move these guys first. One, two, three, four. Get right there, ready to just fire on the guy. 4. Then here, we're gonna move. Let's see. It's gonna move this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we're done there. We'll pick up with the next one. Where we're at. These guys all got tried to sneak up on that hero, and he blasted away at them. And these guys shouldn't have got out here in the open where this helicopter could swing in and fire at them. The other thing to worry about is these Argentinians that dropped here and are making their way toward the government house. Things don't look too good for the British.